Well, we've arrived in Saumlaki, gone ashore and started the clearing in process. This is the Indra Hotel and it's low water at the moment, and it's a good job the camera doesn't have smelly vision. It doesn't smell very fragrant, a little bit like rotten mud, rotten fish and sewage smell, not very fragrant at all. Anyway, we've done part of the clearance in this morning, and now we're just going to have a little bit of lunch and a beer, and then start a little bit more clearance after lunch, and that'll probably be it for today. And then we'll do the final bit to get the sanitation certificate and the clearance certificate from the harbour master tomorrow. In the meantime, it's good to be here, and I'll do a little bit of shopping before I head off again, and looking forward to sailing through Indonesia. Well, we've departed from Saumlaki and now we're heading into the sunset. We've got full sail set, just got a light breeze pushing us along nicely, 5 or 6 knots. So it looks like it's going to be a really good night, and we're just going to island hop all the way across to Lombok, I hope, and I hope this wind just keeps like this. It's absolutely perfect. We're just coming around the north side of Pulau Romain. I had intended to go south of this island, but the wind went very light and we couldn't make it. In fact, the wind has been very light now for about 18 hours, and it's been very, very slow going. We've sort of lost a day really on my expected schedule to get to this place. There's an anchorage a few miles around the corner on the west side of this island, so we'll try and get round there before it gets dark tonight. I might have to motor on the other side, I think, because it's looking very light at the moment, and we'll get round there and find a nice anchorage, I hope, and spend a day or maybe 2 days there. So let's see what happens. Well, here we are, anchored in Perai. It's taken a day longer to get here than I expected. We had very little wind, no wind, and then we had a westerly wind and we ended up tacking into it, which was not much fun at all, going upwind, and it wasn't forecast. It just came up for a few hours. Anyway, we anchored here a couple of hours ago, anchored in about 8 meters of water. And I could see the bottom, a few big rocks, but mostly sand. And then this guy came in, this freighter came in just ahead of me. I slowed down to let him in, and lots of discussion going on over there. people running around with, well, not running, walking like ants with boxes of stuff. It's obviously a big day when the freighter comes into a little place like this. There's a couple of guys over here, a little kid, his brother probably doing some fishing. There's a shoreline. It's low water at the moment. They were pretty close to the shore, but hopefully we'll be okay. And there's a creek up there, freshwater creek. That'll be easy to get the dinghy up there, I think, when it's high water. And then across there, it's just the other side of the harbour. So it's a nice little harbour, this. Now, I could be here for a couple of days. I got quite a few repairs to do. The passage from Gove up to here was quite challenging with light winds, lots of rocking and rolling, lots of flogging of gear, sails, boom. Everything took a lot of stress, the tiller, the rudder. So I got some patching up to do on the sail, some sail slugs. The boom track has come adrift at the end. I need to take that off and drill it out, epoxy it, drill it, resecure it. There's quite a few jobs outstanding, so I could be here for a couple of days, but that's okay. And then we see where we go from here. But in the meantime, I'm just glad to be here, and I probably won't go ashore today. I'll get going on some stuff today and then go ashore tomorrow. See what they've got. Not very much, I don't think, by the looks of it. It's just a small place. Maybe not even any store, but we'll go and have a look. But they do have Wi-Fi. There's an antenna over there. So we've got 4G, which is brilliant. A couple of local kids came out in their little canoe, but they were very, very shy, and they drifted off without anything, unfortunately. Now here we are, just anchored in Coca. It's been a struggle to get here. It's 2 days and 1 night, very light winds, and I ended up motoring the last 3 hours just to try and get in. Otherwise we'll be floundering around at sea for another night. There's a shore over there, a few fishing boats tied up. Looks like just quite a small village. Little fishing boat there, that's going to be quite close when I swing, I think. And there's a sea wall and a few people over there taking a bath. This island is quite brilliant. Its scenery is incredible. Coming down the coast, there's huge, great big cliff walls, vertical cliffs. Yeah, it's a really interesting place. This is a fish attracting device, FAD or FAD. Lots around in Southeast Asia, not good to get tangled up with, especially at night because most of them are not lit. The sounds of Indonesia, mosques and lots of children playing. Just went into this anchorage late in the afternoon, dropped anchor, had a really good sleep, and then left very early in the morning at daylight. There's not much wind, and I'm just trying to get further and further west towards Lombok because I've got this terrible feeling that the northwesterly wind's going to set in and head me, so I'm trying to get as far west towards Lombok as I can. Just before 6 in the morning, and we're departing from Teluk Saigu. The sun will be rising just over there very soon. It's a pretty quiet morning. There's a little tiny bit of breeze this morning, so I don't know if that's going to hold when we get outside. It looks like it's going to be another hot day today. Good anchorage last night, very peaceful. Someone was playing music on shore. Someone was setting fires on the hillside for some reason by torchlight. There's always something going on in Indonesia. Well, here we are in a place called Teluk Harding, and it's the first anchorage on the island of Flores. Finally got here. We've been motoring for about 11 hours today. It's been a long day, a lot of adverse currents coming around the northeast corner of Flores, wind against tide and all that good stuff. This is a beautiful anchorage, beautiful beach. I've just seen one person here in a little canoe going around fishing, and I think that's his hut just over there in the bush. Yeah, it's a beautiful anchorage, beautiful place. Now there's a bit of a breeze springing up. Would you believe it? It's been flat calm all day. I came in here dodging the reef and anchored in 16 meters. Then as soon as I dropped off, let some anchor chain out, we went out to 32 meters. So I have a suspicion I may have anchored onto a coral patch. We'll find out in the morning. I hope the anchor comes up. It's not wrapped around something. Anyway, we're here, and there's the island of Flores in the background, just stretching out in the haze as far as the eye can see. And that's where we're headed tomorrow. So now we've got some quite easy day hops now, and convenient anchorages as we make our way west. Yeah, it's all good. Just maybe crack my second beer now. Whoa, hot. Bit of breeze, thank goodness. 9th of November, 500 miles to go. Okay, so we're anchored in a little bay. I don't actually know what it's called. It's just behind that little headland there called Tanjung Sada, and there's some high ground around. I don't know if you can see, but just close by there's the reef. You can see the light coloured water. A fishing boat anchored there. Beautiful beach, a few palm trees on it. And then over here there's a house and a few bits and bobs. The land behind is very dry. Doesn't look like you get much rain here. It's a beautiful little bay. Okay, bagus. Hati. That's good. Okay. Okay, boys. Aha. Okay, bye-bye, guys. See you. They got some Kopiko, they got a drink each, and they got some horrible ginger nut biscuits from Australia that I've been trying to get rid of. Happy. So this is the anchorage of Tanjung Lenjawa. It's early morning, sun's about to rise. Over there, there's a little town or village over there. And this is an absolutely beautiful spot. There's a little bit of southwesterly breeze coming in. This is the best anchorage I've been into in Indonesia. It's totally protected. It's just lovely. The bird song woke me up this morning. It's absolutely flat calm last night. So just about to get underway, and we'll go out the quite narrow entrance between the reefs, and then we'll continue our way to the westward. Potupadu anchorage on the island of Sumbawa. Extremely protected, beautiful little anchorage. Spent a couple of nights here, but too hot, no wind. Time to move on. Good morning. Early morning on the north coast of Lombok. Just anchored over there for the night. Just started getting going this morning, a few minutes ago. There's the mountains on the north of Lombok. I believe in the background there's Mount Rinjani, I think. Second tallest volcano in Indonesia. It's pretty calm this morning again. Just motoring around to the next anchorage, and then we'll go to Medina Bay Marina tomorrow, I think. Quiet night at anchor. A lot of squid boats around with their lights banging on the hull, making a bit of a noise. But once you got used to that, it was okay. So another easy day. A little bit cooler this morning. It's about 27 degrees. So it makes the change from the 30s. Let's hope it just keeps down there a little bit. It's been very hot the last few days. Have some breakfast now. Here we are, Medina Bay Marina. Finally made it. It's been a long trip across from Saumlaki. The wind has been way too light. We've done way too much motoring. It's been a little bit of a mission to get here, and it's not all been pleasant really, not the pleasant sail I was expecting, but we've made it and we're here. I'm very happy to be here, and there's a beautiful bar here, and they've got good food, and they've got good moorings, and I'm going to have a real chill time here until the family come out at Christmas and New Year. So until that time, I'm just going to chill it and enjoy it.